Hi and welcome to Success Forum. I want to talk about the best way to think. The best way to think. Many people are trying to think. Probably you want to think about the solution to your current challenges. You want to think about the solution to your problems, the problems that you are facing right now. It could be challenges to do with you failing to achieve your objective or failing to become the kind of person you want to become. Let me show you two different techniques that you can use and improve your thinking. The first technique is called the constraint technique. So how do you use the constraint technique in your thinking? Number one, you must clearly establish where you are now. Secondly, you must assess or establish where you want to be after a period of time. It could be where you want to be after 1 year or where you want to be after 2 years. So where are you now and where do you want to be after a period of time? In between where you are and where you want to be, there are constraints. What are constraints? Things that are stopping you from becoming who you want to become. So take a piece of paper, analyze where you are, look at where you want to be, and begin to write down in a list form. Write down everything you think is stopping you from becoming who you want to become. For example, you might have a 10,000 now. Tomorrow or after 1 year, you want to have 1 million. So the question is, what are the things in between where you are now, 10,000, and where you want to be tomorrow, 1 million? What are these things that are stopping you, or things that you feel or think are a challenge to you? They are constraints. Constraints are things that are preventing you from becoming who you want to become. When you list them down, for example, one of your constraints could be you are not earning enough money. Why are you not earning enough money? You do not have sufficient skills to enable you earn a lot of money. So you identify that as a constraint. Now, once you identify these constraints, things that are stopping you, then you have to decide and come up with the ways on how you are going to overcome these constraints. How are you going to demolish these constraints? For example, I have a 10,000 now. I want to have 100,000 at the end of this year. What are the things that are stopping me? Oh, I do not have sufficient skills. I'm not earning enough income currently. So what's the solution? Begin to hammer that challenge. Begin to look at that constraint and begin to look at the ways you can begin to earn a lot of money. If it means acquiring more skills to overcome that challenge, then you acquire more skills. This is how we think about solutions to the problems. Do not think in abstract words. Think in a systematic way. I am here now. I want to be there now. What are the things that are challenging me? What are the things that are stopping me? What are the barriers that I'm facing? And then as you list down the barriers, you start hammering those barriers one by one and finding a solution to it. The second technique you can use in thinking is a technique called cause and effect. Cause and effect. All the results you have now are caused by something. All the effects you see now are caused by something. So you begin to think about, why am I having these results? What is causing these results in my life? It could be the things you are doing. Those are the causes. The things you are doing or the things you are not doing. Those are causes to the problem. So once you identify what is causing the problem, then you focus on dealing with the causes. Because when you change the causes, the results will change. Many people try to change the results without changing the causes. So what could be causing the results could be why you're not having a lot of money. Maybe you are an overspender. Maybe you are spending on things that are not necessary. That's why your bank account is empty. Or why are you earning less money? Could be there are things you have not done in your life, or the things you didn't well in your life, or the things you need to change in your life that are affecting your results. When you change the causes, you change the results. You see, people who try to change the results without changing the causes are people that might be expecting the fruits to be different when the roots remain the same. If the roots are the same, then the fruits are going to be the same as well. When you change the plant, when you change the seeds, you will change the fruits. So those are some of the ways you can employ in your thinking so that you can think, your thinking can be effective and you can change your results by your thinking. So I've talked about 2 things that can help you think properly. Don't waste time pretending you are thinking when you are just worrying about your challenges. Stop worrying about your challenges and begin to think effectively. Number 1, you have to think constraints. What are things that are stopping me from becoming who I want to become? And then you begin to deal with those things precisely and effectively. Once you change or overcome those constraints, you are going to have the results you want. Secondly, think cause and effect. What is causing the results in your life? Do you like the results you are getting? If you don't like the results you are getting, change the causes and then the results will change. So results are simply a byproduct of some things you are doing. So if what you are doing is not right, you get bad results. If what you are doing is right, you get good results. So change the causes. Maybe you are sleeping too much. Change that attitude. Maybe you are not planning. Change that attitude. Maybe you are wasting a lot of time watching and following people who are just entertaining you, but they are not teaching you anything. Change those things. When you change those things, you will change your results. By the way, I encourage you to stop following entertainers and start following people that are helping you to understand the issues of life. You cannot be poor and spend 90% of your time on entertainment. That doesn't make any sense. Thank you so much. Probably you are encouraged with those 2 ideas of thinking. Let's start thinking properly. Let's start thinking strategically. God bless you.